I know that you're fake. Can't you see the fault?
Heyo friends, well, I hope we can be friends. This is my very first video on my new channel, Sloan. Yeah, it's just my name. Listen, I thought it would be pretty creative enough. I mean, come on, how many Sloans do you know? I decided to do a 50 facts about me video to be the first video on this channel so that you guys can get to know a little more about me and also get an idea about what to expect on this channel. So fact number 1, I'm 19. I'm a freshman at Montclair State University, but I am about to drop out once the semester is over, which will be in the first week of May. I have never had any piercings. I know most girls already have their ears pierced like at birth, but mine are not. I am the oldest. I have a younger sister and a younger brother. I live in New Jersey. This is my third YouTube account. I am no stranger when it comes to YouTube. I have made 2 other accounts, both very successful, and by successful I mean I've actually gained a following when I didn't even expect to gain a following in the first place. Once again, I'm not expecting to gain a following with this channel. This channel is just, I guess, for me to branch out and do everything else I've always wanted to do without being limited to a single category or a single topic, because my very first channel back when I was in middle school was called Ivy Vega 8. It's still up on YouTube now, and I made stop motion videos and just movies using Monster High dolls. The doll video community is such a small little community, so even if you gained 100 subscribers, everybody knew you, okay? That's how small this community was. And now my main channel is Sloan the Female Otaku, where I make anime reviews and anime ranking videos and just so many stuff regarding anime, even vlogs actually. And again, the anime community isn't that big. We only just recently had 2 anime YouTubers reach 1 million, and I felt very limited with that channel, so again, that's why I have this one. I am a Buddhist. I now love to exercise, but only if it's yoga, Pilates, or Zumba. I used to be a figure skater. Unfortunately, figure skating is very expensive, so I couldn't keep that up. However, I still have quite the devoted love to the art of figure skating, and I always try to better myself even though I can no longer take lessons. I've been writing in journals since I was in 5th grade, that's 2009, and I still write in a journal today, and I hope to start a series on this channel where I can read just random journal entries from whatever age I was, whatever grade I was in. I used to live in a Victorian mansion before I moved when I was in middle school. Like throughout elementary school, I used to live in a Victorian mansion, and it was really nice, I'm not gonna lie, but it was also rather terrible because it was really old and it was freezing in that house. However, my room was so big and I had 2 closets. I mean, now I live in a pretty big house. This isn't my house, by the way, this is my dorm. But I do live in a big house, but it's just nothing compared to what I grew up with, so I'm still kind of upset with my new house, even though I've been living in that house for about, I don't know, 7 years now? I have never had a boyfriend or girlfriend. I've never had my first kiss. I was bullied in elementary school, but luckily when I moved, things turned out better. I have an appendix scar. Let me see if I can, oops, show you. Right here. It's starting to fade. It used to be like really noticeable, but it's probably gonna fade out within the next, I don't know, 7 years or so. But I actually got that surgery when I was 3. My type of style is geek goth, or you know, like a hipster goth, so new goth. I've had the style ever since I moved, so in middle school, 7th grade is when I started developing the style. But in the beginning, it was like a real hardcore perky goth, and I wore a lot of gloves and stuff like that. It was all pink and black. You'll see in my future videos in my actual bedroom, my room is pink, white, and black. I mainly listen to rock, all forms of rock, alternative, heavy metal. I listen to lo-fi, EDMs, and K-pop. I have been editing for 7 years now, ever since I started my first YouTube channel with Ivy Vega 8 back over in like 2010, 2011. I have been hooked on editing, and my goal was to become a film director, gave that up, decided to become a film editor. Now I'm dropping out of college to pursue YouTube.
But again, that's with my main channel. The second channel is just for personal use.
I'm 5 feet 9 inches tall. Literally a few days ago, I discovered what sweatshop-free shopping is, and I love the idea, so I'm going to do that. Sweatshop-free shopping is when you don't shop at stores who get their clothes made from sweatshops in, you know, third world countries where they're treated terribly. They get beaten, sexually harassed, horrible wages, barely any sleep. So I decided to shop sweatshop free for now on. Hopefully it'll work out. I don't know. I only just decided this about 3 days ago. I am a tall person and I have big feet, so hopefully I'll be able to find clothes my size without shopping at, you know, Hot Topic. I'm a cat person. Once I'm able to get my own place, I really hope to own a cat and a bunny, a floppy-eared bunny. But first I gotta get me a cat. Every year over the summer at the end of August, my family and I rent a beach house over in Cape May. And if you don't know what Cape May is, it is the last city at the tip of New Jersey, the very bottom of it. And it is a beautiful Victorian vacation paradise. When I was 16, I was forced to audition to become a model. My birthday is November 21st. Besides my YouTube job, I'm currently working as a sales associate over at a rich kid clothing store where you can buy leather shoes for a little baby boy for $60. Why would any parent do that? I don't know. That kid's gonna grow out of those leather shoes in 3 months. When I was younger, I used to draw a lot of comics. I was heavily inspired by Teen Titans and I just loved superhero stuff. I still love superhero stuff. I actually currently read comics and things like that. But I made my own comics called The Tough Girls, and it was honestly a ripoff of Teen Titans and Sky High. I kind of just combined both of those and it was just ridiculous. I gotta show you guys one day. In my sophomore year of high school, I was accepted as one of the 15 people to be a part of the elite NYU Future Filmmakers Workshop. Now this was a really big deal because this is where I got to learn all sorts of editing techniques that I still use today. And unfortunately, I couldn't get into NYU because NYU's expensive, boy. I love to dance. My favorite color is sky blue. Hard to believe, yes, since I always wear black. I identify as asexual and demi-hetero-romantic. If you don't understand what that means, don't worry. I will be making separate videos explaining more about that. I'm afraid of spiders and roller coasters. I've traveled outside of the country 3 times, however I've only remembered one of the times because the first 2 times I traveled outside of the country, I was 2 years old. Apparently I went on a Caribbean cruise and I also went to Canada to see my cousins. But last year I went to London and I even made vlogs on that, so you can check that out if you want on my main channel. Kill Bill Volume 1, The Avengers, and Black Swan are my 3 top favorite movies of all time. I love gore and violence and psychological craziness, but I hate horror. I don't like to be scared. I like the thrills, I like the excitement, that's all good, but I don't like to be scared. I am an honest, proud sadist. I'm learning Japanese online. And no, it's not because of anime, it's because I actually signed up for 2 different websites as like Japanese classes. I hate reading novels, but I love reading comics. I don't have many friends in real life. I have like many online friends, many YouTube friends, but in real life I only have just one friend and I don't really see her too often because our schedules never really match up. I am almost always cold. I am naturally cold. Usually my hands are purple and my fingernails are purple as well. My skin is very dry. It's a mess, but you know, this has been normal for me forever, so I'm fine with it. I'm African American and Puerto Rican. I've never done any drugs. I have had alcohol, however, it was legal because I was in London at the time.
Except for that one time when I was tipsy over at the New Year's party at my cousin's house, but no one else really knows about that one.
I freaking love Pusheen. He is my favorite mascot ever. Screw your Mickey Mouses, screw your Hello Kitties. Pusheen is where it's at. I used to be really into nail art. I would always have a new nail art style every single week, but then my nails started to become really yellow and the yellowness wouldn't go away, so I permanently stopped. I'm more interested in Chinese zodiacs than the regular astronomical, I think that's what it's called. I don't know, the regular zodiacs that everyone identifies with, so I'm the year of the ox. I wear contacts and glasses, but at the moment I'm not wearing my contacts because I ran out. So I'm still waiting for my contacts. Team iPhone! I love showing off my legs. Like, my legs are my favorite body part. Hunty, I love me some thigh highs, some short skirts, some short shorts. Like, the legs just, Even on girls, even other girls, I'm just like, honey, you got them thighs, woman, I wrote a novel when I was in middle school, and I will read you that novel. It's not finished, but I do want to read it to you one day. And finally, I freaking love anime. So yeah, those were 50 facts about me. You can subscribe, I guess, if you want. You don't have to. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. I'm not expecting this channel to be bigger or anything, honestly. It's just something I just want to do for me personally, you know, just rant about stuff and practice more on my editing and cinematography because I live for that shit, man. That is my life, and I'm glad I can do that without being tied down to, you know, a single community like the anime community or the doll community. I still can't believe that's a thing. I'm thinking about uploading once a week, maybe twice a week. It depends on the season since, you know, on my main channel I make anime episode reviews. So whenever I have a break day, which changes every single season, the day I upload will change every season. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm just really excited that I can actually do this. And if I end up gaining a following, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I hope we can be friends. Bye-as.